Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Enjoy the Bounty of Planning with Tonisha Taylor. So I have a cloth and paper box to open. I placed 2 orders recently and this is the first one that's coming, and then I have another one that's coming later. I was gonna wait and do a video when both boxes came, except y'all, I have no patience. I mean, kudos to all the people who can do that, but I'm always so excited when the box comes. So I was gonna try and wait and then realize I can't do it. I'm not one of those people. All right, so let's open up this order together. So as always, we have the thank you card here with the receipt. So let's just put the receipt off to the side. Okay, so I saw someone else open a recent order and saw this new card and was like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I love this new thank you card. I love the aesthetic of it. I have this this dashboard. It came in one of the boxes over the summer. I think it came in the June box. And then anything with like an iced coffee or a coffee in it, I'm all over. So I love that. And then we receive always journaling cards is the freebie from Cloth and Paper. And so in this month's box, I received a September, one of the plastic ones, which is great. So I'm excited about that. And then another journaling card, which I actually already have. I can't remember. It came in one of the other boxes. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm so excited. Okay, so I purchased for my half letter. I have been running out of space on the pages in my half letter. As y'all know, I cut up, we received in December, this monthly and weekly calendar, this vertical weekly format, from the December 20 box. We got this as a spiral bound calendar, and I just cut it out of the spiral binding, punched it for the disc binding, and got a little bit smaller than a half letter size. You can see the half letter paper is peeking out over here. But the thing is I've been putting more and more stuff in here. I've been running out of lines, running out of space. So since the 2021 vertical went on sale, I decided to go ahead and do this one in the half letter so that I could have a calendar for the end of the year and not run out of space. The other thing that I am thinking about for this one is I'm also someone who I don't necessarily mind redating. So I may use this first half of the calendar in 2022. I may just redate it so that I can go ahead and use it in 2022, because it would just be a matter of like whiting this out and then just, you know, I'll probably just put a sticker over this if I end up deciding to like use it, because I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm gonna move to the half letter size. Like I am, but I'm not. I'm kind of on the fence about moving to the half letter size for my work planner. What I'm gonna do is use this size and this layout in my personal planner, see how I feel about it, and I might switch, but it's kind of hard because I already bought the 2022 calendar, this layout. Y'all saw it in my 2022 setup. Or I didn't do a setup, I did a preview of my 2022 purchase. So I already bought this calendar for the classic, but the funny thing is I didn't buy I made a mistake in my ordering, so I bought a monthly calendar for 2022 for my half letter, but I haven't bought weeklies. And then for my work planner, I bought weeklies, but I haven't bought monthlies yet. So yeah, so we're still doing some things. So in this one, so I have these for 2022, and like I said, what I would probably do or 2021, sorry, 2021 half letter for the rest of the year. And what I may do is just redate this for 2022 and not worry about buying a 2022 calendar yet. So we'll see how I feel about it, if that's what I want to do, but I might. I have a strong lean that tells me that might be what happens, because what am I going to do with 2021 January through August, right? But I could redate it and it would be no big deal, especially because like this page, you take that page away and then you just have your cover, and redating this is not that complicated. It truthfully isn't. So yeah, so that's a possibility for how we may deal with that. All right, so here are some other things I ordered. So I ordered also the calorie intake, water intake. So these are the half letter activity trackers. And I'm really excited about these because I really want to get my life back together. And when I bullet journaled, I used to actually do this on my weekly spread, where I tracked my activity and my wellness goals. And then I didn't track my calories, I tracked the actual meals, like whether or not I'd actually eaten, because I have a really, 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 really bad habit of just not eating at all. Especially if I'm stressed out, I will have like one meal in a day or nothing, which is terrible. And honestly, it's not even if I'm stressed out, like I'm just working and I'll just keep working and just work through meals. And so I'll have breakfast. It's weird. I'll be late to work because I'll have breakfast, but then I won't have lunch. I'll have a snack for dinner and that's it. So not really dinner, like a snack, and then wonder why I'm hungry or mad. So I want to keep better track of that. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And then I want to take better track of my water intake, because same thing with meals, I just won't really remember to eat. I won't really remember to drink anything either. And it's not even water. Some people are people who will have water but won't have anything else. I'm one of those people. And then there's people who won't have water but will drink everything else. You'll have coffee, soda, juice, all that. I won't. I'll have coffee first thing in the morning. I might have 2 cups of coffee, and then I won't drink anything else all day long. And then wonder why I'm tired or my head hurts or whatever. And it's because I literally haven't had any food or liquid in the entire day. So I have found that though when I keep track of those kinds of things, these kinds of visual reminders help to keep me on track so that I won't go all day without eating or all day without drinking something, right? Because it's important to stay hydrated. So excited about those. And then I also purchased 2 of these. So one for my half letter and one for my classic. So these are the half page memos in Frappe. So I'm so excited about these because sometimes you don't need a whole sheet of paper to take a note of something. You just need a little bit of space. Just a little, not a lot. And so these I'm really excited about because it'll just give me that little bit of space. It's a little hard to see, but they're actually, see if I can get this to focus. Yeah. So these are actually dot grid. Okay. So I am so excited about these. And then I also got them for my half letter, or I'm sorry, I got them for my half letter and my classic, because again, you don't need a whole sheet of paper. Sometimes you just need like a half sheet to like make a list or just jot down some quick notes. So these are also in frappe, which is interesting. I wonder if they like change the color along the line, because these look a little bit like one definitely looks darker than the other. I don't know. This one looks a little bit darker than this one. But they both say they're the same color. So maybe it's just the lighting in here. Either way, they're gorgeous and I love them. All right. So I also purchased the purchase tracker. Now these came in one of the subscription boxes earlier this year, and I have them for my classic size and I love them. So what I decided is the ones I had tried actually just kind of like cutting it so that it could fit in my half letter, and it cut off, you know, to do that you have to cut off this last column or the amount column, but on the reverse you were cutting off the date and part of the description. So I decided that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually just get them to fit in my half letter, because on my half letter I'm going to keep track of like personal purchases. In my classic size, which is my work planner for now, that one I'm going to use the same documents to this same purchase tracker whenever I travel to conferences and stuff like that, because I have to keep track of my expenses in order to get reimbursed. So I'll use this for that. So that's the plan for how I'll use it in that versus how I use it in my personal planner. And then my last thing for this order is I did order a new glass cover. All right, so I ordered this new cover for my classic size planner to be able to put a cover on it for storage purposes, but also to be able to have the cover on the new 2022 calendar that I bought for my classic, so that it won't get messed up while it's in storage right now. So you know how we do a little bit of a setup. So this is my 2022 calendar. I'm just gonna pop this on, and I normally would do this, put on both at the same time, but because this is so full already, so I have the 2022 calendar on just regular metal Happy Planner discs, which I think are 1.25 inches, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see like how totally full that is. But I just wanted to have a cover on it so that the pages wouldn't get messed up. And like I said, I already did, and I already kind of set this up a little bit. So I bought, and you can check out, and I'll remember to tag the video. Hopefully I'll remember to tag the video for the 2022 setup. So it's already got the vellum and then the weeklies. So I just have to buy monthlies for this one. So really, in a way, you could say it's already set up. It's not really. This is how I'll store it, because for my not my half letter. Well, my half letter too, actually. But my classic, I keep like notes for meetings and projects and stuff like that in there. So I don't carry the whole year around with me. So let's go ahead and grab, actually, I'm going to grab my classic. Oh, she's such a full-size baby. I love her. So let's go ahead and just stick in the notes section. I just like to keep blank note paper just so I have some paper to write on. So let's go ahead and just stick a few sheets of this in here. And I think I want to do this. Let's do this like this. Okay. Oh, okay. So one of the things that I wasn't totally sure about, but it looked like it on the website, like these pages sit a little bit higher than the actual classic page, which is so nice because it gives you a little bit of a bookmark here, which is excellent for when you have things that you want to be able to like really remember. So I totally love this because it means you can just stick this like right here and really be able to have just those important notes kind of sticking out just like you would with a page bookmark, right? Like a page marker. And then I'm noticing that the color is on both sides. It's on the front and the back, which is excellent. And it's dot grid on both sides. Okay, that is super cool. So what I'm gonna leave it for right now. I was just thinking what I might do is put that extra note paper, this extra note paper in the back. But for right now, I'm gonna leave it. All right. So that's that. And then for our classic, oh, and actually before I do that, you know, I always store so all of my extra pages that I'm not using, I just store in this Happy Planner notebook. So these are, I don't even think you can get these covers anymore, but these are just some, I think they were called aqua or turquoise covers, and then just gold rings. But this is where I store all of the extra sheets until I need to use them. Let's go ahead and grab that half letter as well, because it's the same thing. I just store the extras. So we're gonna take a couple of these sheets and keep those. Now what I'm probably going to do is purchase some larger rings so that I can store more stuff, because these rings are getting full. Now for this binder, I have this storage binder or storage notebook. I have, I'm using a cover from Fancy Plans, and then I'm using the clear discs from Cloth and Paper. And actually, we only need one of these. And so these clear discs are the regular, and I think for Cloth and Paper, their regular discs are 1 inch, I think. So definitely gonna need some larger discs because this is definitely getting too full. And a lot of things can go wrong when you are storing your stuff and your binding is too full, because it can actually, yeah, it's kind of folds over on itself. So we're gonna go ahead and just leave that like that, but Definitely gonna need to get some more. Let's see if I have enough over here. Actually, I might have enough. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yay! Okay. So I'll leave what's on here, but we still have, whoops. So I have this whole, over half a year. And then, so we'll just go ahead and take this off and put these. Leave that. Because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to take all of this as 2022. I'm not going to take all of that off of here. I'm going to leave it on here. And I'll just take this stuff off. Because I have the vellums for 22 and I have all of the month at a glance for 22 on here already. And like I said, I have the vellums already and I have the 2022 overview on here. And all of this, and then these half letters that we received in a box recently. So all of this stuff is going to come off when I set up my 2022 calendar. And when I set up that calendar, I'm probably going to put it, although maybe I should. Oh, decisions. You know what? I am going to go ahead and take that off because, wait, are all these the same color? They're not. Okay, so what I'm looking at is the fact that when I store mine on discs, right? When I store my old calendars, I store them on discs. If these were all the same color, so if they were all rose gold or all the yellow gold, I would go ahead and move the 2022 calendar from these plastic discs over to these metal discs. But since they're not all the same color, and I'm not going to worry about that because they're not all the same color. So I'm going to have to buy some more in order to have enough discs for my 2022 calendar. Because I don't like the plastic discs for every day. For storage, it's fine. I mean, because if I'm storing a calendar, I'm not using it every day. But I have found that I don't like anybody's plastic discs. I don't like. I don't really like cloth and papers. I don't like anybody's. The plastic discs to me are just a little bit too rough. Like the pages stick too much. They're just not smooth the way the metal discs are. So I prefer the metal discs for everyday usage. But the plastic discs are fine for storage. So let's go ahead and get these on here as well. Now we're gonna have to be, I'm probably trying to do too much right there. A little bit more careful putting these pages on here because these discs are not on a cover, so there's nothing that's really holding them stable while I'm trying to put this on. And I don't have an extra, I'm just kind of looking around in my space. I don't have an extra half a letter notebook I can use. So we'll just have to be careful and put it on a little bit at a time. As I'm like sitting here saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a very real possibility that I'll just redate this for the first half of the year. Because the only thing for the weekly, the monthly calendar is just right here, right? And this, I could totally put a sticker over this, right? And then this, it would just be a matter of redating this. And there are plenty of planner shops, plenty, that sell numbers, right? So I could redate this. And if you see my 2022 layout, for this layout for cloth and paper, it doesn't have the month, it only has the day. So I could totally wipe this out and redate this, no problem. Now, I've seen on here where other people have commented that they like to have their whole month together. I prefer to have the whole week together. So it doesn't bother me that for cloth and paper, for example, because the week is a Monday start, the end of the week, right? So Sunday is October 3rd. It doesn't bother me to have, October 1st through the 3rd as part of September. So if that's something that would actually bother you, that's something to keep in mind about the way that cloth and paper runs their calendars. So something to note. Like I said, it doesn't really bother me. So I don't know, it doesn't bother me. All right, November, December, and then October. Okay, so let's go ahead. right, so here we go. So we have taken out September through December. I go ahead and move these little notes back over so that when I do my plan with me, I have my notes. I'm just gonna double check to make sure I don't have any sticky notes anywhere else in here, because I am a huge fan of using sticky notes to be able to pre-plan. So I just need to flip through the pages and make sure there's none in there, and there aren't. So that's perfect. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put these actually on the discs with where I'm storing all of the other calendars. So for my personal planner, I'm using this storage, and like I said, I'm storing everything on plastic discs because I don't use it all the time. And I'm probably going to have to actually store these. These are the larger discs that we received from Cloth and Paper. Whenever they sent out that mini planner, they sent it out with discs. And you can see even those larger plastic discs aren't large enough for a whole year worth of what I end up storing at the end of the year. But here we are for the moment. So these are August. So I'm going to go ahead and put these last pages with August. And then we're going to put these pages that are September and the rest of the year. We're just going to stick these in the back here. And let's go ahead and just do these a couple at a time. So if you were noticing, there is not a disc here. When we got these larger discs from Cloth and Paper for the mini only needs 7 discs. So they sent a package of 8 discs. Which is fine for the half letter, but for the classic size uses 9 discs. So I went ahead and just skipped this one right here because it would still have enough stability, you know, using a top disc and a bottom disc and using all the way through. Alrighty, so there we go. So like I said, this is my storage for the used planners for the past months for August. So this cover, this Dream Plan Do cover is from Fancy Plans. And then, you know, I have my inserts for the year, my research journal for my projects that I'm not currently working on, but still need to have access to. All right, so let's go ahead and, so this is what I have for my order. I so love this. I think I'm going to end up punching this and using this for decor. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Nope. I'm going to punch it right this second. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, let me go ahead. Just pull over my little punch. How pretty is that? Oops. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. That is so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, and I think I already have, yeah, in my schedule section, I already have the monthly plastic card. So I'm gonna use this one probably someplace else. Thank you so much for joining me on this unboxing today while I unbox the things that I got in my new order, my recent order from Cloth and Paper. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to get started using this layout. I think this is going to be a much better layout for me for the rest of the year, and I'm super excited about it. So look for a plan with me in the future using the elements of the new planners that I purchased. Don't forget, if you like this video, to hit the like button, the subscribe, and thanks for joining. Enjoy the bounty of your plans. Bye, everybody.